Yo, 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 what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream, day 68 in a row, and we have some more very, very bullish news today to talk about with Kaspa and with crypto as a whole, and confirmation in this video, in this stream, that Kaspa has a new Aquaman, and exchanges are preparing, and seemingly preparing more so, for a Kaspa Breakout very, very soon. We were talking about it in my free Discord server not even an hour ago, going through it, going in depth with it, talking about, exchanges and the kind of the fact of the matter that they're kind of manipulating the price of Kaspa right now. There's the price manipulation going on right now, but still talking about the fact that we now have more and more, seemingly growing adoption with exchanges preparing to fill their bags and grow more accumulation with Kaspa coming. So it's very, very big news all in all. So, I mean, this is one reason why I'm so bullish on Kaspa. We can see, if you look at the chart right now, zoom in a little bit closer, on three separate occasions, back in September 6th, a few days ago, end of September 30th, or 1st of October even, and then earlier today, we saw three occasions where the wick came down to 14 cents. So what this tells me, again, there's always a possibility it can come lower. I'm not saying it won't. But what this tells me is that this is potentially the bottom for Kaspa right now. Three occasions, Kaspa has corrected and hit this region. So we're still making higher highs in that sense. Like, we're not coming down further. That was a crash that occurred here. And then the next time it came down was here. And it stayed here for the whole time. So I'm seeing patterns here that suggest that Kaspa, most likely, let's say, God forbid, World War III breaks out, there shouldn't be a reason, therefore, for Kaspa to break below 14 cents right now. This could actually be the bottom for Kaspa. It's very, very big news. And what's coming to Kaspa, we've got some updates finally from Change Finance regarding the deck coming through. We've got some updates, of course, regarding the Aquaman. So much incoming, which is why I'm so bullish on Kaspa. So as always, if you enjoy these streams, be doing these daily, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Because right now, Kaspa is due for a major price pump. Very, very soon. You just have to be patient. That's what it is. The aim of the game, the way you win this battle, if you will, is just being patient. Be logical, don't be emotional, just be patient. Patience is a virtue. Many people don't have the time to be patient, but it is really important as a trader, especially with Kaspa. Proof of work. It's very frustrating to see Kaspa's chart in the past year almost, where it's done nothing. If anything, it's down. It was at 15. We get it 15 here, and it's currently now actually down about 10% almost from its all-time high back in November of 2023. I understand that's frustrating. But I also think, that's where it's at right now, but I'm not worried about it personally, because I'm like, okay, what's coming to Kaspa, what the exchanges are doing with Kaspa, and with cracking, imminent, I think we're going to start seeing this volatility change very, very soon, especially now that Bitcoin has managed to gain some significant momentum today. Bitcoin earlier today, at the beginning of this stream, it's obviously dipped down a little bit now, but at the beginning of the stream, it has surpassed 64k. Obviously, you can see it peaked at about 64.5k almost. And, it's come back down, but this is the region I said Bitcoin needs to break above this region. It's currently fine. It rebounded off here earlier yesterday, and it broke into it, hit the top of the level that I drew out, and it's coming back down. So I think it's going to probably finish up somewhere in between here at the end of the day, and then starting tomorrow, it's going to try and push above here. And if it pushes above, next we need to see 67k, 70k, and so on and so forth, and we will then see the October properly start. Right now, October actually is already here. If you look at this chart here, obviously September was very, very bullish. We know September was very, very bullish, and October, beginning of October, the first week of October, because of the whole Middle East situation and the port strikes, October was down. So people are like, cancel October, is actually Rectober. I'm like, yeah, cool. This is still what happens historically speaking. The first week of October is not bullish, but now it is. And we saw it finally go into the green, and our Bitcoin broke above 64k. It's going to be even more green. We're going to see it go higher and higher and higher. And Kaspa is about to explode, in my opinion. There's a lot of signs to suggest that. Today, I was looking at Kaspa earlier today, when Kaspa was actually red, when it was touching on this bottom wick here. I bought some Kaspa today at 14.001 cent. So literally at the very bottom of today. I bought it very, very low. And then, just before the Kaspa started pumping, and then wasn't just me, because I also, again, thanks to my community, shout out to people in my community who also, dropped some alpha regarding it, who are doing their own research and showed us all in the community of this growing FOMO with exchanges right now, building up their chart, that they are all had long liquidations. I'll show it right now. So right now we can see, firstly, we have a new Aquaman. We finally got a new Aquaman. I mean, obviously, yes, that's in terms of decentralization, it's not good to see. I get that much. But we have a new Aquaman, so we're getting more and more growing accumulation of Kaspa. If we look at what the Aquaman is, the two exchanges is Gate and Mexi. The two big exchanges, those are the two Aquaman for Kaspa right now. And we've got obviously many more that are holding a lot of Kaspa. That's good to see for one. And if we also go to here and then look at the last 24 hours, we can see Mexi putting in 24 million. Uphold 1.2 million. We've seen loads of exchanges buy Bit putting more in. Bit getting Gabe take a little bit out recently, but ultimately we're still seeing more and more KuCoin. You know, and got to keep in mind as well, these wallets we're seeing, they have multiple wallets. They haven't got just one. You have one wallet. They haven't got one. They have multiple wallets. But we've seen that happen more and more. The addresses and stuff is growing more and more. The hash rate is growing more and more, making an all-time high of 1.22 EH. That is the highest we've seen, and it's still growing more and more. So with the wallets growing more and more, and the hash rate still growing more and more, yet the price is still, accumulating. It's still consolidating, if not correcting a little bit for the past, 9, 10, 11 months. There's evidently some sort of price manipulation going on right now, and I think the exchanges are the ones at fault of that. We can have this from coinglass.com right here. I'm on the Bitcoin chart right now. If I go over to Kaspa, when I find Kaspa, there, Kaspa, in the last 4 hours, we can see, it's more into the short ratio. When I go to the last hour, HTX was massive, like 84% all into longs. Cracking is down 40% right now, but when I'll show this in my community, the timestamp for which, because I'm going to timestamp and tell you exactly what time I saw it, when shout out to Cody, he put it in the community for us. He put it in at 1:54. So that is about 3 hours ago from now. 2 hours ago from now. Cracking was at 100%. I'm not even joking about that. Cracking was at 100% 2 hours ago. We go to the last 30 minutes. Obviously now the short's taken over a little bit now because the capital pump happened, but the exchanges were preparing at the time for a massive pump. You look right now, we're seeing the shorts taken over, of course. But at the time of it, I'll show you the picture right now if you don't believe me. Right there, 100% cracking. People are getting more into the longs. Like we're seeing it growing more and more. Exchanges are building up more accumulation. Again, that's why we have an Aquaman involved now. So the exchanges at the moment in time, that's why Kaspa right now is starting to pump a little bit. It's only up 1.5% on the daily time frame. It's not actually up a lot, but the exchanges were all starting to issue long trades, so they can liquidate some of the shorts. Now, what we're going to see right now is, again, shout out to Muscle Mike who showed me this. Muscle Mike showed that at 15 cents, there's actually a ridiculous amount of positions that are for shorts. So what we're going to see right now is this region right here is going to be a very, very strong region for Kaspa. What I mean is this is going to be the make or break for Kaspa right now. Because Kaspa right now is consolidating between 14 and 15 cents. And there's a ridiculous amount of positions that are currently shorting Kaspa at 15 cents. So, if Kaspa breaks above 15 cents, we will more than likely see quite a volatile push up. Most likely we'll see that. If Kaspa loses 14 cents, of course we'll see Kaspa come down, probably down to, truth be told, if you see Kaspa come down and break above 14 cents, I don't think it'd be too severe correction. I think it'd be quite a minimal correction. I think we'll see it come down maybe 13 cents, maybe 1 cent down to here maybe. But I don't think we'll come down, as low as 10. That would be ridiculous. Unless, again, World War III breaks out. But even then, I don't think so. The exchanges are trying to build up the accumulation more and more. They're manipulating the price of Kaspa. They're the ones right now that are keeping the price of Kaspa where it's at. But if Kaspa breaks about 15 cents, we're going to see a lot of volatility, I'm very, very sure. And with what's coming to Kaspa, I'm optimistic it will happen. I'm very optimistic. We've got the fact of the matter being that, the UI marketplace is incoming for Kaspa bot, so we're seeing more developments coming to KRC20, and the meme tokens are very, very good to see, of course. We've got this, which we've been hearing nothing about it for a while, and it's been frustrating, but now we've got some updates. So we've got XCHNG has now been deployed on the Kaspa currency chain, through Change Finance. So that's finally coming. Very, very good to see, of course. But more importantly, update from Change Finance on KRC20 DEX. The KRC20 Liquidity Edition / removal beta interface is now open for testing. It's meant to be open on Friday, but it's not. But now it's open now, seemingly. It's limited to Casplex and a number of KRC20 projects, but if it all goes smoothly, the public KRC20 token waiting list and first batch of afferent liquidity pools will be live early next week. This is very, very big. A DEX to Kaspa will be game changing. It will be game changing. So we're going to start seeing these developments, the adoption growing more and more for Kaspa. These exchanges are aware of this. Hence why I showed you they had a lot of long positions for Kaspa, you know, in the 15-minute time, you know, of 2 hours ago. That's why we've got another Aquaman involved, because they're building up their accumulation of Kaspa because they're preparing for, you know, a growth, if you will, a price surge. Bitcoin now breaking above 64k at the moment in time it did. We're starting to see crypto start to push up higher and higher. Higher and higher. So I am, you know, very, very bullish on Kaspa right now. And we'll get into more of it in just a moment, and also the crypto news. But let me answer some questions in the chat for one quickly. So what's up, Bingo Bango Man? Welcome back to the stream. Jesper, I'm feeling FUD just because I'm one of those who bought the most in bag at 16 cents. Yeah, I mean, either way, whether you bought 16 cents, 24 cents, or 5 cents, or $1, well, above, below $1. Point being is, I think the fact of the matter, if you're in Kaspa this early right now, Kaspa when it's at, you know, 14, 15, 16 cents, whatever you may be, you're early. I truthfully believe that, Jesper. I think you're very, very early. Of course, yes, you want to buy at the bottom. Everyone wants to buy at the bottom to get that dream pump, you know, but the fact of the matter being, you bought 16 cents. What, you're down, what, 10%, 15% right now? Yeah, 15% right now, give or take, maybe 10%, 10, 15% right now. But think about Kaspa long term. If you think Kaspa's going to hit, you know, $1, and that's an easy 5, 6, 7x already, but it should hit $2, $3, $4, $5, you're making your money from that. Should it reach that in the bull cycle, which I think it had the potential to do so. And again, right now the price of Kaspa seems to be heavily manipulated, and there are signs of that. Hence, again, why we're seeing exchanges getting more and more involved. Of course, they're going to be they're the ones offering Kaspa to people. Of course, they're going to be top addresses, but we're seeing it happen more and more. And again, this what I showed. Well, right now we're seeing it on the hour. You're seeing more shorts coming in again. Kaspa's now correcting in price, but we're seeing, you know, some exchanges, for example, like CoinX and HTX. They're ones that actually got a lot more in the longs right now. And 2 hours ago, before Bitcoin surged to 64k, before Kaspa was green, because originally when we were looking at this 2 hours ago, Kaspa was in the red. And we saw, as I just showed you, Kraken was at 100% for longs. They wanted Kaspa to pump, which is great, especially because we know how desperate we are for Kraken to list Kaspa. So I mean, we're seeing manipulation, of course, which is, it sucks, but at the same time, we're still at the position where Kaspa is very, very undervalued, and these exchanges want to stay undervalued so they can accumulate more of their bag to put on more of their accumulation, so they can end up, you know, when Kaspa ends up taking off, which it will do, they can make more money off it. They're businesses. At the end of the day, they got to make as much money as they can possible. So if they can manipulate the price, they're going to do so. When we get more exchanges to Kaspa, especially more the tier ones, they won't be able to take advantage as much anymore, not to the same extent. But we are at a position right now where Kaspa is undervalued, and I think we're going to see a start of bullish rally very, very soon. This is going to be a big catalyst for it, I'm sure, what Change Finance is doing with the DEX. The KRI I mentioned in the past as well. Marathon mining more Kaspa, the hash rate going higher and higher once more. You know, the meme tokens are getting more and more adoption. The Change Finance is going to help listing those meme tokens. Stuff like, you know, Kaspa, the Kaspa has an ambassador program now. You know, they also have a XT listing. You've got Kaspi, which has a alleged biggest centralized exchange listing yet for Kaspa. We don't know about that yet. We've got Nacho, which has Pinex listing, and they're going to be probably listed at a change as well. The adoption is growing more and more for Kaspa, which is very, very good to see, and the exchanges are trying to take advantage of that. That's why we've got another Aquaman. That's why we're getting, you know, more and more. Right now, we're going to probably see it go more towards more towards shorts right now. We're going to see more into shorts than we're going to see in longs right now because, well, Bitcoin's still kind of rallying, but, you know, Kaspa had a little pump, and right now, again, reminding you, there is a strong level at this 15 cents region of short positions. And I'm not sure that's, you know, institutions or retail. Whether it's exchanges or retail. I think it's probably retail as well. But a lot of people have these shorts here. So they're waiting for Kaspa to come down more to make more money off it in their leverages. But if Kaspa, it reaches 15 cents, which you saw it reach it, you know, 2 or 3 times here. If it reaches it again and breaks above it, those liquidators are going to get, all those shorts get liquidated. The leverages trades are going to get liquidated, and we'll see Kaspa I'm sure we're going to see Kaspa probably rally up to 17 cents, maybe even higher, depending. We're on a very, very unique position for Kaspa right now. Hello QC, DCA today, what an opportunity. There are some who will regret selling a good opportunity for us. I couldn't agree more. People, again, exchanges took advantage of this. They made their little percentage gain from this, and now they're shorting it again. They had the capital to do so. We don't have the capital to do so, but they have the capital to do so. So we're seeing this happening more and more. And with what's happening with crypto as well, we could see a rally starting very, very soon. You know, the elections are closing in. We've got updates regarding that as well. We've got obviously more updates again regarding this again. I think this one is very, very big. Breaking: Japanese yen saw its biggest weekly loss against the US dollar in 15 years. Now, why is that big news? Well, for those who've been watching my channel or even in the crypto space for the past 3 months, you will be perfectly aware of what happened here in this big crash in the crypto market of Kaspa 40% down. The Fed didn't cut rates at the top here, so there was no, utility. There was no liquidity in the market because Fed didn't cut rates. At the same time, Warren Buffett sold half his stock in Apple, which is equivalent to, I can't remember, I think it was like 900 billion. I don't know. It was like 200 billion, I think, at least. $200 billion of his half his Apple stock he sold. And that's just before the stock market opened. It just closed, so before the stock market opened again. So he closed it when the stock market was closed, so they couldn't react. No one could react to it. And then also the Japanese yen. Most importantly, Japanese yen was rising against the dollar, which caused the US economy to collapse. So now we're seeing the US dollar rising against the Japanese yen quite significantly, the highest we've seen in 15 years. That's also some we're going to start seeing potentially some more increased momentum in the crypto market and financial markets in the United States as a whole. This is very, very, very big news. So that could be a very good sign to see as well. Again, another market sentiment for you to hopefully take in and understand and realize that where crypto's at right now, where Kaspa's at right now, there's too many sentiments right now, too many developments, too many catalysts for me to believe that Kaspa's going to correct further down. The only negative thing happening right now in this world, and it still sucks, so don't get me wrong, but it's the Middle East thing with Iran and Israel. Obviously there are other situations around the world as well, but that's the main one talked about in the news right now, is that. Everything else that seems to be bullish is right now is the elections coming in. Of course, if Kamala Harris wins, it might be a negative. It might be a negative side because the crypto believes that Donald Trump's the answer. But the elections coming soon. That's positive. We're seeing global liquidity going higher. That's positive. We're seeing regulations being enforced worldwide. Again, all positives around. So the people who are bearish on crypto, especially Kaspa right now, I laugh at you. I do, and I pity you. You have such a negative mindset on Kaspa because you're looking at it from what it's done since November and thinking, oh, it's down. But you're not looking at what's happening. As much as I reiterate, don't be emotional, be logical, and also don't look short term, think long term. In the short term side of things right now, there is literally one main reason for Kaspa, well, two reasons for Kaspa to be where it's at right now: manipulation of the market from exchanges and whales, and the Middle East situation. But I think what's happening positive-wise, you've got the KIR, you've got 10 BPS incoming, you've got Kraken rumoured listing, you've got all this stuff happening in crypto, the fact that the global liquidity is entering the next bullish phase in a long-term cycle. So there's going to be more liquidity in the market that's going to come to crypto. You're seeing, again, October's now bullish, October's now starting. You're seeing KRC20 is growing more and more adoption. You see the KRC20 DEX with Change Finance coming very, very soon, so more adoption coming to Kaspa as well. You're seeing developments coming from the Kaspa as well, all over the place. There's developments all over KRI again, as I mentioned. You've got Bitcoin. The fact that Bitcoin is obviously the most sought out asset class for institutions right now. There's so much money about to flow into this market. And when that happens, when this breakout happens, it's going to happen very, very soon, I'd like to believe. Crypto's going to follow with it, and Kaspa's going to be one that's going to follow with it as well. Good afternoon, Jay Honeyman. Welcome back to the stream. Just bought 14 cents this morning. Good up to, exactly same as me, Big Bango. I bought 40 cents exactly on the 14 cents region at the very, very bottom today. I was very fortunate in that just before the exchanges brought up, so I'm also laughing. I bought more going against my feels, yeah. I know, it's kind of those like, you don't want to keep putting in more to an extent because you want to obviously have some, but like, it's a bargain. It's a bargain. What's up, Muhammad? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, I've already covered that. Good morning, Toggle Delay. Welcome back to the stream. Couple of four. Good evening to you too, my man. Everyone's going into SWE. Yeah, because SWE's exploding right now, but SWE's topping out. I'm not saying SWE won't go higher. SWE probably will go higher. It's looking like a very good project. But like, if you look at SWE in the past, like, look at SWE in its chart, it's making new all-time highs higher and higher and higher. So that's good to see. Very good to see. But like, if you're going to SWE right now, you're buying out what is a top. I'm not saying SWE's going to stop here, but you're buying at a top. So, you're looking at Kaspa, for example, which is, had an amazing 2-year cycle, and then it's, done nothing for like the past year. The growth potential for Kaspa is it's gonna arguably be more volatile than SWE, arguably. Point being is like SWE is currently making all-time high, so there's a chance we could see SWE start correcting soon, make a correction. I think SWE's going to go higher. We want to see SWE correct down like it did here, and then go back up again. Where Kaspa is just being consolidated for the past year up and down. When it breaks above 20 cents, that should be a very volatile pump. People who are not buying now are going to regret it when it goes above 20 cents. They're going to start buying at 20 cents. Like, Kaspa right now has 50.5 million trading volume. That's due to all the exchanges and stuff like that. Again, no tier 1 listings. SWI has Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, OKX, has all the big exchanges. That's why it has the ability to pump as well. It's doing amazing things. You know, in fact, it's got over almost 1.2 billion trading volume. SWI's hot right now. I don't disagree with that. I got SWI myself. I bought SWI like a week ago before this pump, so I actually made a little bit of money on SWI. And I'm happy I got into SWI. I think SWI's going to be a good project. But at the same time, I also do believe in what's happening with Kaspa. I think Kaspa has a better long-term potential than SWI. I'm talking, you know, 20 years in the future when Kaspa has all the developments coming out of Dagna and everything else. Right now is a real gold rush. Just pay attention to all the accounts in fair mints and the best way to stack your Kaspa. I mean, we're seeing even just gold in itself. Over the last decade, gold prices have more than doubled, marking one of the best rallies in modern history. This is a sign that fiat's collapsing. Institutions and, you know, people, investors are starting to look towards commodities as a hedge against inflation, as an alternative form of asset. And as Larry Fink said, from BlackRock CEO, you can also use Bitcoin as an alternative to gold to hedge against inflation, to actually, you know, use it as a way to protect yourself. That's why we're seeing BlackRock getting more and more into crypto. We're seeing that Bitcoin being the high-performing asset so far this year. Not even a contest. Look, the next closest is ridiculous. It's 15% higher. The US dollar's down at 0.8%. You can't see that because it's like down here. Treasury says 2%. Bitcoin's 49%. It's almost 50%. It's almost taken up half as the best performing asset. It's not even close. Bitcoin is. That's why, again, the Bitcoin boom, the Bitcoin bull run that's going to happen very, very soon, is starting now as we speak. October starting as we speak, is going to be bigger than people expect, in my opinion. I think we're going to see a lot of volatility. You know, institutions are predicting anywhere between 150k to 250k Bitcoin. Some are saying 350k. I think 350k would be quite excessive, but again, I wouldn't be against it. But I think we'll see 150 to 250k definitely for Bitcoin. And the money will trickle down into the altcoins, into Kaspa, and the ROI of Kaspa is much bigger than Bitcoin. A 150k would be a 3x, 250k would be a 5x. Kaspa then had to be $1. Kaspa reaches $1 easily this cycle. The ROI is higher of Kaspa, in my opinion. And what's coming to Kaspa, the KRI, DAG, smart contracts, you get the idea. There's a lot coming to Kaspa that makes me so bullish that I think the ROI is a lot higher. Long-term side, I think, as well, because Kaspa's at 14 cents. It's like buying Bitcoin at like $100, $200. It's so cheap. Kaspa's down a lot from it. Kaspa's down like 30-40% from its all-time high, as Joshua says here, yeah. Kaspa is down about 32% from its all-time high, or actually 30% from its all-time high. But at the same time, when you look at Kaspa compared to Bitcoin, Kaspa's actually still up. I mean, it's come down a bit over the past few days, but it's still above Bitcoin. It's 72-73% more value than Bitcoin since its launch. Not many projects, if any project, can do that. So that's very, very good to see once more. And the fact that matter being Kaspa is also meant to be the same thing as Bitcoin, fair enough, proof of work. It's following Bitcoin's footsteps. This is a sign of, you know, Kaspa potential. You have people like Fred Thiel from Marathon, who's had an interview with Forbes magazine, who was praising Kaspa technology. When the Forbes magazine interviewer was, you know, saying, "Oh yeah, I don't see any use case for Kaspa besides just mining it and sending it back and forth," he said, "Oh, I disagree. You know, Kaspa's got very, very interesting technology. I'm going to find the post so I can, you know, prove it to you." He said Thiel was evidently very bullish on Kaspa right here. Forbes asked, "It's hard to ascertain the real discernible use for Kaspa beyond just people mining it and then sending it back and forth. Kaspa as a technology is very interesting. It's a web of blocks, so block DAG, but it's a linear line of blocks. Kaspa has very fast transactions." He is bullish on Kaspa. You know, he might still be, you know, holding strong to his Bitcoin stance, which I get. Bitcoin is, you know, is great, but he's leaning more into Kaspa. He also confirms they've been growing their capacity a handful of times since they first announced it in July of Kaspa. They've been growing more and more Kaspa. They've been getting more and more involved with it. This is the largest Bitcoin miner, by the way. Last year, we're in October now, so actually, you know, over a year ago, because it happened in September. So Marathon started mining Kaspa in September 2023, so it's been about 13 months. Before that, Marathon only ever looked at Bitcoin, didn't even blink at anything else, but now got Kaspa. What does that tell you? It tells me that Kaspa's worth looking into. It's worth holding. The fact that Bitcoin maxis have accepted and diversified their portfolios of Bitcoin to now include Kaspa. People like Lucky, I won't be able to find the post, but there's a man called Lucky who has 2.2 million followers on Twitter, and he's now bullish on Kaspa. Of course, there's going to be some who FUD Kaspa, I get it. People who look at the chart all time round of Kaspa and think, oh yeah, it's done nothing for a year, it's rubbish. I get the FUD, but I think you're wrong. And that might be my bias because I obviously like Kaspa and I want it to do well, but I also just think you're wrong. There's too many developments happening for Kaspa right now that lead me to believe that Kaspa is in a consolidation phase. Not all projects are going to be going up, up and up. Let me again look at Sui. It launched, 2023, from the CoinMarketCap 2023, came down straight away and was down for almost a year. And then it came back up here, went back down again for like a few more months and then came back up again. It had its cycles. Kaspa, it cycles this. Got up, 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 and then just doing that. Now, for the past year, it's been doing this. But it's not come down. Sui came down. Kaspa's not come down per se. It's again, the difference in price between Kaspa from its all-time high at its peak to now is what? 5-6%? And that's at the very, very peak. So it's really not much at all. When you look at other projects, Kaspa has held its all-time high peak of November, pretty much. And we can see, if you look closer again, since in the last month, from September 6th, so a little back, basically 1 month from now, when Kaspa dipped here at 14 cents, 1st of October, dipped here again, 40 cents, earlier today, 40. This is a level of resistance, of support for Kaspa, a strong one at that. It's touched this region 3 times and rebounded off every single time. Again, if something worse happens, God forbid World War III or something, that's really the only catalyst that's happening in the world right now. Again, something else could happen randomly, out of the blue, but the worst thing being the Iran-Israel situation escalating, which it is escalating right now, but it goes well out of proportion, and goes absolutely ballistic. That could cause crypto stuff to come back down, Kaspa in particular. But even then, with what's happening with Kaspa, I don't think Kaspa's correction will be too severe. I think at worst it will come down maybe to this region here. 12.5, 13 cents, this region here. I think that's the worst we'll see Kaspa come down. I think Kaspa's at one of its all-time... I think Kaspa won't go lower right now. I think Kaspa at a point where it's going to start seeing this rebound and start making this push up. It's not going to be, just straight up like this. Let's be realistic. It's going to be zigzaggy, accumulation, consolidation, maybe ups and down, but it'll start going up gradually, leading to the elections, which again, we've got a lot of stuff coming in. Right now, I know, again, I don't really care too much who wins, because long term it won't matter, but for short term price action, I would like Trump to win right now because he's more pro-crypto. Trump right now is leading the polls 2%, which is quite cool. But what I like more so is this. Robinhood Chief Legal Officer is favoured to replace Gary Gensler as SEC Chairman if Trump wins. That is massive because I'm not going to swear on stream, but screw Gary Gensler. Get him out. And Robinhood is one of the more trusted exchanges in the United States as well. And they also hate the SEC because they got a world notice by the SEC, despite the fact that there was a post I saw where the Robinhood CLO, I'm pretty sure it's this man here, disclosed that they had been talking to the SEC. They had like 50 meetings or something stupid, a stupid amount of meetings in like a span of a year with the SEC, trying to make sure they're compliant with their regulations. And the SEC was like, okay, not really giving any response to them, and then just bang, world notice. What? They're trying to be compliant and you're not giving them any leeway. They don't care. So this is good to see. Again, if we get Trump in power, this will be... Trump's going to fire Gary Gensler on day one. I don't disagree with that. And that's going to be huge. That's going to be one of the biggest timers in this space, keeping crypto back out of the way. We'll start seeing a lot of bullish momentum following that as well. And again, we're seeing Robinhood recently. I think I retweeted this one. I hope I did. They expanded in Europe. How long ago was it? Is the question. I think I might put it in my... Okay, I'll put it in my Discord. Let me find my Discord server real quick. Robinhood. Yeah, here you go. Robinhood now allows European customers to transfer Bitcoin off the exchanges to their wallets. They're expanded in Europe. So this is, again, we're seeing Robinhood becoming a more integral part of crypto. They were just stocks beforehand, and but they've expanded to crypto. They also have they acquired I think it's Bitstamp. So they're getting more and more involved in crypto. So this is, again, more signs that crypto and Bitcoin is going to take off very, very soon. We're seeing, this is a good sign for, the US economy and the markets. More liquidity in the market than before. into we're gonna see, all that money flood into crypto as the market matures more and more and regulations get implemented. October's now starting. Bitcoin's the best performer so far. Not even close. Not even a contest. Almost 50%. Not even a contest. Trump is currently, and the election date is like what? I think exactly 1 month. I think it's on the 7th. I think it's the 7th. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm not American, so I wouldn't know the exact date, but pretty sure it's the 7th of November. So it's exactly 1 month away from now. If Trump wins, that could be very, very big. We're gonna get gotta get that out of office, and this is also something very, very big as well. People got to keep in mind. BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world with over $10 trillion in AUM, is presenting on Bitcoin and the history of money to their investors. They are openly talking about this to their institutional investors, to their partners, talking about the value of Bitcoin and what it can solve as a form of money. Now, I personally believe that they're talking about Bitcoin, but they actually have an agenda behind other tokens as well. But ultimately, still, they're using Bitcoin as a store of value, definitely. Right now, in terms of ETFs, I think Bitcoin's total supply, 5% of Bitcoin's total supply is now in ETFs already. Institutions own 5% of the supply already. That is massive, massive news. We're seeing this growing more and more. Again, I think it's been very, very pro bono on Bitcoin. And those who are flooding crypto, thinking crypto's going to come down, because you're seeing one negative source in the middle of hundreds and thousands, not bullish ones. I want to know where you get your thought process from, your research from, because the research, if you weigh everything up, it shows you there's way more bullish sentiments than bearish sentiments. Same thing for Kaspa. When you look at your research sources, there's way more bullish sentiments than there are bearish sentiments. The bearish sentiment behind Kaspa is it's not done anything for the past year, which I get. That's bearish. I understand that that's fudding. But when you look at what's being built for Kaspa, you then think, okay, well, much as it's frustrating, when Kaspa does end up taking off, which it should do, all the bullish sentiments coming through it, it should be a very explosive one. Again, there's a major pump coming soon, just got to be patient. UI. The KRC20 DEX is seemingly coming soon, hopefully next week. If this goes successful, we got XCHNG, part of it. If it goes successful, the update, it's meant to happen on Friday, it took a while, but if it's successful, smoothly, the first batch will be available live early next week. We could see the DEX coming for Kaspa, KRC20 meme tokens going off, KRI getting more involved, Marathon getting more involved for Kaspa, everything else just before the elections, before what's meant to be one of the biggest catalysts for crypto. And the exchanges are going off. Again, we have another Aquaman. It's Gate Exchange, Gate.io, and NextC, the two biggest ones. We can look at the addresses here. Uphold is now the third biggest one. Keep in mind, I'm not sure who the addresses are. They might just be whales, but keep in mind, these exchanges have multiple wallets. There's going to be more than just one Gate wallet. But we have two that have over 1 billion Kaspa. Uphold here, Bybit here, BitGet, KuCoin. Another Uphold wallet there, another KuCoin wallet there. There's multiple wallets. Multiple wallets. So, and there's going to be a Kraken wallet here somewhere as well. Now, I don't know where that is because I'm not sure if it's going to show it in the tags here. But I'm sure there's Kraken wallet here as well. And Kraken, again, they're definitely building the accumulation of capital so they can list it. I mean, I'm curious to see what it's going to say now in this chart here. Yeah, Kraken's now going full selling off. BitGet is at 90% longs. HTX is at also 85% longs. Bybit, again, so we're seeing more positive sentiment right now for longs than we are for shorts. Kraken, of course, that's not good to see. But, again, as I mentioned, at this 15 cents region, this region right here where we're seeing Kaspa rebound off time and time again, this region right here, again, shout out to Muscle Mike for showing me this. Not even just showing me this, he put it in, again, shameless plug, my free Discord server, where everyone in this community is talking about Kaspa, talking about crypto, trying to build our knowledge in this space to hopefully become the most profitable traders possible, to make as much money as possible. That's the whole goal of this server, to have a friendly space to we can all build our knowledge to hopefully make as much money as possible. And in this server, Cody brought me up all of our attention towards this, which at the time he showed me this, which was at 2 p.m. for me, which is only 2.5 hours ago from now. It showed that Kraken at that point was actually 100% in wanted to long. Obviously now it's short. They're now 100% short in Kaspa. They were 100% long in Kaspa 2.5 hours ago. And we're seeing, it's not. And even when Muscle Mike showed me and showed us all that there's a ridiculously strong amount of short leverage position shorts at the 15 cents region. ridiculous amount from multiple exchanges, from BitGet to MEXC as well. He said there's over 100 million liquidity to grab above 0.15. So currently there's a lot of, this is going to be a very tough level of support to break out of. But if Kaspa breaks above this 15 cents, there's over 100 million liquidity ready to grab above that. They're going to get, all the shorts going to get wiped out, and we're going to hopefully see a very volatile pump from that. And what's coming to Kaspa, again, the DEX, that could be in the next maybe week or two, leading up to the election. Then coming to the election, depending on who wins, again, if Trump wins and we see, Gary Gensler gone and regulations starting to be enforced in America and everything else, we might see Bitcoin make its push above 74k, and Kaspa might then make it push above 20 cents and go higher. And then everything else coming to Kaspa could be even higher from there. There's so much to look forward to for Kaspa, why I'm not bearish at all. I see Kaspa coming down, people selling it more. When I was looking at Kaspa earlier and saw Kaspa down at 14 cents, I was like, oh wow, thank you for selling, I'll buy your dips. And I bought Kaspa at 14 cents. Literally, I think at the very bottom of this wick. The very bottom, I bought some Kaspa earlier today. So, I technically speaking, I've already made some profit from that. Not much, of course, because they've just gone up a little bit, but I've made 2% on that already. Every time Kaspa comes down, I DC and I buy a little bit more, because I believe in the longevity of this project, where it's going to go, $3, $4, $5, potentially in this cycle, maybe 10, and then long term, $100, $200, $1,000. I'm getting it at 14 cents right now. That's a bargain for a 20-year in-time Kaspa. And the exchanges, again, are building up their community more and more. We're going to see, right now, I showed this yesterday as well. Please tell me I retweeted this one. I know Mr. Marcy will come at me for saying this again, but I do it all the time. But there was a chart I showed yesterday, I'm pretty sure, that showed that right now there is more diversity with... Did I put it in my server? There's more diversity, decentralization with Kaspa than it is Bitcoin right now. I don't think I did, which is really unfortunate. Can I check out my likes? I knew you used to be able to. I don't know if you can do that now. Yes, so I definitely think I liked it. That one? Yeah. No. Yes, that one. Yeah. So Kaspa's supply distribution is more decentralized than Bitcoin's right now. Of course, that's thanks to the exchanges and stuff like that, but Bitcoin's addresses, including the exchanges, hold 23.6% of the total supply. The top 10 Kaspa addresses, including the exchanges, hold 18%. Now, of course, 80% is enough to manipulate the price, which is what we're seeing right now. Is why Kaspa's been so low for so long, because almost 20%, almost a fifth of total supply of Kaspa is being manipulated by the exchanges, or at least the top 10 addresses. Again, keep in mind these exchanges will have more than just one wallet. They'll have more than just one wallet, so there will be multiple of these. But still, we're seeing more centralized of Kaspa than Bitcoin, and that's why I'm also bullish on Kaspa for what it's meant to be. The next Bitcoin 2.0, effectively, more decentralized, and it just makes me happy to see that. We're seeing this stuff happening now. We're seeing all the developments happening right now in the space as well. I'm looking forward to see what change finance is going to do with Kaspa. I'm hoping to see this DEX I'm hoping the DEX goes smooth, because the last time we saw KRC20, first launch for that was really, really poor, and that was not good to see. But if change get this right and it goes smoothly, the DEX could come before the election in the next few weeks, maybe early next week, and we can see Kaspa start to really, really take off, go to that next gear. More meme token adoption, which right now the meme tokens for the most part have been quite stagnant. Kaspa's come down a little bit. Pepe's doing okay. K-swaps, for what I am aware of, because there was a post put out by Casplex and the KEF about, don't get fooled by the KDX 2.0 basically. I think what they're referring to, from what my community told me, it was K-swaps. So K-swaps right now, 85% pre-mint and almost 100% pre-mint. So the people who are pre-minted it as well, apparently K-swaps is the scam DEX. The people who are claiming to be a DEX, I think. I'm not sure about that. That's what I've heard from my community. But change finance seems to be legit. But we're seeing the adoption for the meme token side of things that kind of stagnated, because right now there isn't a way to actually get a hold of them properly. Nacho is about to be listed on Pinex, which I've had people in my community tell me time and time again that Pinex is actually really, really good. Very seamless, very cheap, very quick, which is great to see. And we're going to have that listed on Nacho on Pinex very, very soon. Kaspa is already on XT, but even though there's a lack of adoption, you've got Kaspi, who said they've got a centralized exchange that's coming in soon, but we don't know who it is. Gold I don't think I have a listing just yet. We know Somps has L Bank, but Somps has kind of fallen off the map recently. Whereas Somps is here. Yeah, it's come down quite. It's just not really doing anything right now. But when you have this change finance, this DEX, you'll have people to get a hold of Kaspa. More ways to get a hold of Kaspa, much easier way to get a hold of Kaspa. So you'll probably start seeing these meme tokens go more parabolic. And again, for example, like Nacho, they have more. Pionex, this potential. I'm assuming it's going to be change finance to Lithium as well. They have another one incoming as well. When the adoption for these take off, Kaspa will also correlate with that as well. And the adoption for Kaspa will take off more and more as well. Right, I've missed many questions. Let's go back to them. Okay, well, buy high, sell low. Yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. If you don't have the fact, back your claim, avoid. Yeah, again, and this is basically what I've been trying to say for the past few times. I understand the FUD behind Kaspa right now. I get it, but that's what I try to do as an educator. Again, it's hard for someone in the chat to prove their point without a video and screen and stuff to talk about it like I do. But when I talk about what I'm talking about, saying Kaspa's going to come up, I show sources. I show what's happening right now. My belief behind what's happening. Saying Kaspa's going to reach 50 cents peak 2025, where's your proof behind that besides just emotional stating? It's an emotional mindset. I think Kaspa's going to reach 50 cents because there's nothing to prove that. Again, there's nothing really to prove that Kaspa will also reach $1 and beyond, except there are many sentiments to believe that part. For example, the power law. If Kaspa attains to the power law, lowest it will reach is $1.20, which it should attain to the power law because it's proof of work. So lowest it should reach $1.20. So even then, 50 cents seems ridiculously small. Anyways, that's probably going to be end of 2024, not 2025. And then with everything else coming up for Kaspa, again, KII, Marathon get more involved. Tier ones that have still not been here yet. Kaspa can easily reach in the $3, $4, $5, maybe $10 region, depending on smart contract Dagnite, that one. But that's probably a little bit far fetched. And again, the KELS 20 meme tokens again are going to be very, very big for Kaspa, very, very big. And we're still seeing right now. Again, the exchanges again after Kaspa had a little pump already, a little pump, not much, but still up 1.13%. Exchanges right now on the 5-minute time frame, so pretty much after speaking right now, for the most part, the sentiment is still into long Kaspa. CoinEx 67, BitGet 86, HTX 95. Binance is slightly short. Kraken is obviously very short, but even Bybit's up as well. But yeah, if we look at it a bit longer, we can see it's kind of more towards the short side of things because that's Kaspa was coming down at the point. But we're seeing now, Kaspa was, look at the 12-hour, it was pretty much quite even across the board. 24-hour and 12 hours being even across the board. The last 4 hours they came down. Well, even then it's not too bad. Last hour it came down and then it went back up. After hour it came back down after it's pumped already because Kaspa already pumped in the last hour. Kaspa pumped to around this region up here, and the last hour it's come back down. So exchange was starting to short it again. But now we can see in the past 30 minutes started to turn a little bit, and the past 15 minutes and the past 5 minutes, exchange has now gone back to trying to long it again for the most part. Potentially we're going to start again right now, as I've showed earlier. Top 10 addresses for Kaspa, the 80% or so, if not technically, they're going to be more than 80%, but 80% is from exchanges. Right now, evidently, exchanges are the ones manipulating the price for Kaspa. So what these guys are doing is also a good indicator to you to show where Kaspa's price is going to go right now. I don't know if Kaspa's going to go higher or lower, but again, Kaspa could very well lose the support level and go below. If it does, I'm buying a much bigger bag there, because right now I do strongly believe it's going to be the bottom for Kaspa. 3 indicators here, 3 times it hit the wick. The wick hit the support level and it rebounded off, so I think this is the bottom. If it rebounds and goes higher, if it corrects and goes lower, I'm going to put a much bigger bag in, because I'll be surprised for Kaspa to come down and continue going down. If it comes down, I think we'll see a reversal soon enough. But right now, I think we're going to see for the next, maybe few days, maybe week, we're going to see Kaspa consolidate in this region right here, trying to, bounce above the support level and trying to break above this massive positions of shorts that people have, massive short position everyone has right here. If it breaks above this, we'll see a pump. I'm sure we'll see a pump after that. Every stream he says the same things and then it dips. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things. Yeah, another doom prediction from Muhammad. Yeah, I know. People are way too concerned about the short-term price. Yeah, I mean, again, that's the thing. I do reiterate two things. One is you can't be emotional, you got to be logical, but also you don't want to look short term. You want to think long term. Now, how you determine long term is your own prediction. Because you think long term, last year Kaspa done nothing. Fine, last year long term Kaspa done nothing, but that's looking in the past. I'm looking in the future. Short term for Kaspa future is very, very good, very, very bullish, very, very bullish short term. But long term for Kaspa, and I'm not talking just bull cycle. I'm talking years in the future. Kaspa has the potential to be, a 3-4 figure, coin. In the future to be. Bitcoin is at 64k. I'm not saying Kaspa will reach 64k. I'm saying the point being that Kaspa is meant to be Bitcoin 2.0 and Kaspa has, the technology that's superior to Bitcoin. And it's been talked about time and time again how good Kaspa is in comparison to Bitcoin. So in due time, when the adoption comes for Kaspa, when the tier ones come, we'll see the price start going up. The exchanges right now are getting more involved. Again, that's why we've got another Aquaman involved. Exchanges are getting more involved in Kaspa right now because they think the Kaspa's going to pump. So trying to make their money off it. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. Wait, why do people sell before? Yeah, exactly. That's another big reason. Why do people sell before smart contracts? Smart contracts are going to be a major catalyst for Kaspa. Major catalyst. You're in Kaspa before. When smart contracts come out, Kaspa price is going to probably do a stupid jump. You're at 14 cents Kaspa. If you want to make money quickly, as TWT says, go to meme tokens. If you want to make money quickly, go to meme tokens. If you want to make money long term, and I'm talking, 10 years or something long term, then Kaspa's a great bet. A great bet, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research again. But I think it's a great bet to get in Kaspa if you're holding it, 10 odd years, maybe longer, before smart contracts. If you want to get money quickly, go to crypto Twitter and look at people shitting meme tokens. Because they'll make you money quickly. Well, or they'll take your money and use it exit liquidity. But that's the way to make quick money. Otherwise, long-term bets. You've got loads of great projects. You've got loads of great projects in this space. There are loads. Sui, I think Sui's a good project. I do. I like Sui. I've got many others that I like the look of as well. I like Sai. I can't pronounce the name. I don't know how you pronounce it, but this one. This one as well. I think this one's a decent project as well. There are gaming projects I like the look of as well. Nakamoto Games is one that's going to be very, very big. They're currently going quite heavy into the mobile market. And for those who aren't aware, gaming, when it comes to gaming, in just general games, mobile gaming is the biggest market. Think about when people are going to work early in the morning, they're 9 to 5, they're playing mobile games probably. Not everyone's looking at crypto like we are. So the mobile game market will be very, very big. So Nakamoto can be a very, very big one. Ultra, I think, will be big as well. Myria, PYR, Vulcan Forge, GFAL, all these ones I think have a good potential to make some decent gains. Games can be a big one as well. There are loads of projects to make good money in this sector. Sai, Sui, AAVE, I think it's going to be a decent one as well. Yeah, I think these are going to be projects quite well. That this should make some decent gains in this cycle. Look at that. If it reaches all-time high at $630 and it's at $150, I could do some decent gains. I think it should return to its all-time high in the cycle. I do. And of course, there are other ones that are like... These are like big projects that might give you, again, not a financial, but dare I say guaranteed gains. Good gains most likely, because they're big projects that have the capital behind it. Then you've got other projects that people are talking about. For example, one that I've seen people talk about quite a lot. So let me find it, because I got it somewhere. Where is it? People talk about before. It's the one that I've seen Crypto Archie talk about quite a few times. And people mentioned in my chat as well before. Yeah, Octospace, that one. People talk about Octospace quite a lot. That's a very small project in comparison to other projects in the space. But it's got some listings. It could do some more. But it's one I think people talk about quite a lot, and I think it's got potential. Again, it's something that has potential. I'm looking into it more. So other ways to make money in this space, of course, not just Kaspa, but if you're holding a project long term, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, some people be holding for years. Some people got to Bitcoin at $1, be holding it the whole time. Kaspa could be the same thing as Bitcoin in that regard. If you want money quick, if you want to make money, of course there are many projects looking in the space. If you want to make money quickly and you're worried about short-term price action, go to meme tokens. Short-term price action is only important if you're looking at meme tokens. Otherwise, short-term price action for spot trading is irrelevant. Leverage trading and meme tokens, yes. For spot trading, it's irrelevant if you believe and know where the long-term price action is going to be. True, the Middle East situation is not getting any better soon, so that may be a potential. That may potentially influence the market and cause a correction. But at the same time, would you think that when that sell-off happened, that was majority retail from being emotional? But as you look at the market sentiments right now, there's so many bullish sentiments in the market that it may actually outweigh what's happening in the Middle East. Right now, people will talk about the Middle East situation, all about it. Now, crypto Twitter's all talking about Trump because the elections are very, very close, and you had the thing with Elon Musk and Trump in their rally, where Elon Musk was jumping on stage, which I thought was quite funny. But everyone's talking about Trump now, and the election's coming through, and people want Trump to win really badly. So this might be the news that outweighs it. So we have to just wait and see where the markets go from here. But I think we're going to start seeing a lot of green. Again, it's not going to just be up. We'll see ups and downs. People will be flooding and all this stuff. But for the most part, we're going to see in October. We're now starting to see October start. We're going to start seeing it come more and more, I'm sure. And equally, yeah, Jay Honey, I do thought something's big coming very, very soon. Very, very soon. I actually am very, very, very optimistic about it. The more we consolidate, the more powerful the next leg will be. Yeah, precisely. Again, technically speaking, we've been consolidating for the past year. For the last year, technically, this is technically all consolidation here. We had this massive run-up since its founding, and since it hit 15 cents, it's been going up and down constantly, but it's been, for the most part, quite stagnant for the past year. So we've got, and since that time as well, again, this is what? Let's say April 20th for the sake of it. Look at the hash rate. All-time hash rate. April 20th, around here. Hash rate was around 65 pH. In the same time frame as Kaspa had no price movement, the hash rate is now peaked at 1.22 EH. It's jumped from 60 to 1.60 pH to 1,220 EH. And proof of work project hash rate is very, very, very important. Very important. So what I think we're going to end up seeing in due time very, very soon is when the Kaspa Breakout happens, we're going to start seeing a very, very massive breakout, like a very volatile breakout, bigger than what I believe. We potentially could see one that's bigger than what happened with Bybit when they listed him here. You saw this 5 to 15 cents here. That happened from Bybit listing. We could potentially see something even bigger than that because of all the massive, accumulation, the massive consolidation phase we've been going for Kaspa, where everything's still been growing. The technology has still been going for Kaspa. Since that November announcement, we've had the soft launch of the soft launch of Rusty Kaspa, with hard fork now coming. Chaos Twitter's now come out. Meme tokens have now come out. We have the KRI have been formed and now have events to talk about Kaspa. Marathon announced they're now mining Kaspa. They started doing it in September. So before the hash rate even, they started doing it here, and they come up here, and then they publicly announced they're mining Kaspa in July here, early July, and then we'll see it go from 350, jumping up to 1.2, and since then they've been building the accumulation time and time again. So there's a lot of sentiment to say that Kaspa's going to take off very, very soon. There's a lot to say so. We can see the migration going smoothly, that's going to happen early next year. So yeah, bottom line, we're early. Very, very early. And the next leg up will be a big one. I think we're going to see a level of resistance at 35 cents because of Shy. But I still think that the higher highs are incoming. And they're here already. All I know is my bag is slowly getting bigger. My target is hit. Anything extra, added bonus. Is bonus pennies in the bank for later. Yeah, I mean, I've been filling my bag up constantly. I don't have a goal for how much Kaspa I want to put in, how much money I want to put into Kaspa right now. I'm just doing as much as I can before Kaspa hits $1. Well, I mean, once Kaspa hit $1, I'm not going to stop investing into Kaspa necessarily, but maybe the cycle I might. But when Kaspa's below $1, I'm getting as much as I can, building it up more and more and more, because I'm truly believe it's going to be a massive explosion. I'm looking forward to where Kaspa's going to go. I'm going to hopefully make quite a lot of money. Hopefully, we're all going to become millionaires from Kaspa. All truth goes through 3 stages. First, it's ridiculed, then it is violently fought, and finally, it's accepted as evidence. Yeah, wise words. Wise words in truth say. It's wise words. No one likes to believe it at first. That's why everyone hated Kaspa at first for saying they're Bitcoin 2.0. Then, they started coming out with the technology and proving themselves. And it was like, yeah, no, but it's still wrong. And then finally, I was like, oh, you never mind. No, it's got 10 BPS coming. Okay, now we can see the value of Kaspa now. That's why Marathon now gets into Kaspa. That's why the KRI's got involved. That's why Dr. Martin Heisberg has said that Kaspa's that Bitcoin's a Kaspa testnet. It's a very big deal. Kaspa tokens is the best way to fill your Kaspa bags. I mean, it's definitely a way to flip quick profit. Meme tokens are definitely a good way to flip quick profit and then put it into investment like Kaspa. I never say it's the best way to do so. There's always good ways to make money, but if you can find meme tokens which make you quick gains and do it quickly, then yeah, I think that's maybe a good strategy. And people do that. I mean, I've started doing it a little myself now. go some meme tokens in Solana chain, and I made some money on it from it already. I'm not going to disclose them because I feel like I end up shitting you guys. I'm not trying to gatekeep you, I promise, because I'm still, to my knowledge, I'm still learning about it. So I've made money, but I've made a very minimal amount. I've lost more. But I'm trying to learn how to do it right now, because I want to be able to flip some profit into Kaspa. And 40 cents was 40 cents was I was surprised, but I was like, yes, fantastic, give me more. If it goes lower, I'll be even happier. You might see me start rising to the heavens. Even Bitcoin took time to stabilize. Yeah, Bitcoin took its time. It took a very long time to stabilize, but now it's at the stage where Bitcoin's been going up and down continuously. Like, since in the same time frame, yeah, Bitcoin's come up since November to Kaspa. True, but Bitcoin's been in technically a correction phase since March early this year. Kaspa's been consolidating, technically speaking, since its peak in November. I'm cool with Kaspa staying at 40-50 cents. Every time my means hit 10x, I swap them for Kaspa because Kaspa is my 100%. Yeah, I agree with you, Toggle. I think the longer Kaspa stays cheap, the better I feel, definitely. And because I know when Kaspa does take off and breaks this 20 cents region, it'll probably be a very, very volatile explosion. Very volatile. And as Bufflink says, when I forget, and Leroy, those two, shouts to both of those two, if you enjoy these videos, be doing this daily, 68 days in a row now, I think. Leave a like. Helps me out more than you know. Share with your friends to get them involved in crypto and Kaspa. And if you want to know more about crypto market sentiments, then again, feel free to join my free Discord server. But a lot of the information I spoke about in today's stream was disclosed to me thanks to members of my community earlier today. And if you want to know more and you want to keep up this channel, then again, subscribe for more. Kaspa Army hold strong, hold strong, damn straight. Kaspa seems to pump when exchanges are buying, and now that it's stopped pumping, a listing will probably come soon. Potentially. I would not be surprised to see that Kraken Kraken again, they have got a spot listed secured, so it will be in due time, I'm sure. In due time. Maybe this month, maybe next month. I think they should try and do it latest November when the market starts turning tail, because again, the elections could be very, very big. But I think we'll see Kraken listed very, very soon, and then hopefully other ones will follow in suit soon after that. Thank God I'm hopping back. Yeah, meme tokens again are quite big right now. Will Sui keep outperforming Kaspa? I mean, is this outperforming? We'll go to Sui right now. Sui since its launch is up 21%. And since its launch, it's up 21%. Since Kaspa's launch, which has been longer, arguably true, but it's 77,000%. So since launching, Kaspa's well outperformed Sui. Now, if you're looking at it in a monthly time frame, then yes, Sui's done massive gains in a monthly, and it has outperformed Kaspa right now. Now, Sui has the advantages, if you will, of having VCs backing it. So it has the liquidity behind it. It also has the tier 1 listings. I think Sui's going to be a big project. I can't tell this. I don't know enough to have a prediction where the top's going to be. I hear people saying $8 or $8 this year and $25 next year. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. But $25 from here would be what, a 10x? If $25 Sui is where it's going to peak out in the bull cycle, let's just say $25, then what? That's a 12x, something like that. A 12x for Kaspa at this current price. Let's just round it up to 20 cents for arguments if we make it easier. A 21x would be what? Just short of $5. I've done the math correctly there. I think I have. Yeah, just short of $5. So can Kaspa reach $5? I think so. Could it reach higher than that? I do think it's possible. I think Kaspa's had a very, very rough year. And even on the yearly, it's still up. Because obviously November this is the peak from November stuff here. So it's still up. In the past, 11 months it's not done anything, but the past year it's still up. The past year for Sui, it's done more, yes. It's done very well in the past year, but I still think Kaspa had the potential to outperform Sui. But the same, they're not. Sui is a DeFi protocol at L1. Kaspa is a fair launch proof of work, which is going to be dabbling in that, but it's just development that's not there. If Sui outperforms Kaspa this cycle, fine, but long term, I think Kaspa's going to outperform all of them. But it's really hard to say where the top's going to be, because I mean we don't know where the peak for any we don't, because both of these projects were launched in the bear cycle. We don't know where the peak for either of them are going to be. It's unknown. Every other big project in this space, for the most part, has a known peak because they've been around for a while. Like just for example, Dot was here and peaked at 53 cents, $53. So at $4 right now, should it have the same form of growth to all-time high, we should know that the top for pot, the top for dot, will be in at around 53 cents. Maybe more of institutional adoption coming involved now. So we have no idea of where dot should reach to. We don't know where speed going to reach to, where Kaspa going to reach to, because they're new. So it's really hard to ascertain. Really hard to ascertain it. Just nice to buy a bit more. Big up TJ Honey, my man. You're going to be a millionaire for sure. What's up, Beaver Man? Welcome back to the stream. Kaspa prices being manipulated. Damn straight. Yeah, I mean, I showed that here. I showed it earlier in the stream earlier. For those who have not checked it out, definitely go watch the stream when it comes up. But I showed it earlier. You've got another Aquaman involved. You can see right now that the price for Kaspa right now is being manipulated. Even though Kaspa more centralized to Bitcoin right now, almost a fifth of total supply is by exchanges and the top 10 whales. So the top 10 addresses of Kaspa. It's more sensitive to Bitcoin, but it's still a significant amount. And we can see right now, if you were in my community earlier, you saw it, you would have seen that at 2:30, which is about 2.5 hours ago from now, no, at 2 o'clock, so about 3 hours ago from now, that people like Kraken, for example, they were 100% on the 5-minute and 15-minute for Kaspa in long in it. And now it's 100% short. And coincidentally, Kaspa pumped, and now it's, stagnated around here. So, we're still seeing, right now the sentiment's down more. I mean, right now it still seems to be slightly edging more towards longing it. Right now, still slightly towards long. But Kraken's, completely gone to shorting it now. That's what happened in the last hour. But it was not the same as for minute. Exchanges are the ones manipulating the price for Kaspa right now. Right now, Binance is actually helping keeping it up. Kaspa's right now more in the long. But Kaspa, what we need to see, if you want to see Kaspa to pump, what we need to see is Kaspa break above 15 cents. We need to see that. That's when Kaspa will actually start pumping, because that's going to be where we're going to see a lot of these people shorting Kaspa going to be liquidated around here. And we're going to see, as Mr. Mike stated, 100 million, what he said word for word is 100 million liquidity is going to be available to go up above 15 cents. And that will push the price much higher. Let me answer a few more questions, but I'm about to wrap it up for today. Any idea why the exchanges are blocking capital withdrawals like MEXC? I don't know. I really don't. To my understanding, MEXC did it when the KRC20 launch happened, and there was too much congestion; they couldn't handle it. Why I've not fixed it yet, I don't know. The exchange that I use, the two that I use right now, is Pionex, but because I'm in the UK, I'm in the UK, I have to use the VPN for it because they haven't got anything in the UK. But Pionex is a very good exchange, and especially in the US, they've got a US branch that's very, very good. I have people who are my community members who have told me it's very, very good. I use LBank as well. Obviously, I put it into my Tangent wallet as well, but I use LBank as well, and there's no problems on LBank either. Also, very cheap fees. It's not Binance. Aquaman is not Binance. At least I don't believe it is. Aquaman is Gate and MEXC. It's not Binance. We'll manipulate it up as well as hard. Yeah, I mean they'll do whatever they want to do to make as much money as possible. They're a business, right? They're gonna make money how they want to make money. It sucks for us, of course. We want to see Kaspa go up, but if you can't if you can't beat the game, play the game, right? If you can't beat them, which you can't because they're whales. They have too much liquidity. Just follow them, follow the money. What I keep telling you: don't be emotional, be logical, and follow the money. If you can't beat them, join them, and just follow what they're doing. That's the best way to hopefully make some gains with Kaspa or with crypto. This is knowledge for crypto in general when you're trading. Of course, when it comes to meme tokens, it's a bit more risky because whales can manipulate it easy and then just use exit liquidity. But just be careful, of course, do your own research. But this is where, if you know where Kaspa's going to go, follow the money. They're gearing up to hopefully see a Kaspa pump very soon. I'm sure of that. I'm very sure of that. But there's no correlation between the war and the conflict in the Middle East. Well, the situation in Israel just caused panic in the retail market. People thought it was going to be World War III, so they just started dumping. And also the stock. There was port strikes at the same time as well, so that means the supply chain in America was ruined for the last week. The port strikes are now done for now. They're solved now, so it's fine. But because people were emotional, they saw port strikes, means supply chain in America's basically ruined at that point. And they also saw missiles being flown off in the Middle East, so they thought World War III was on the horizon. Everyone got emotional and started selling. It's just how people are. Don't be emotional. But I can only say that so much. You have to not be emotional. It takes a lot of training. Just to look at it, when you see price correction, you're like, oh no. Like that I understand looking at that being, oh no, why is this happening? But I look at that and don't get upset. I'm like, okay, great, buy more Kaspa. Because I'll be honest, there are times where I'm awfully emotional when I'm doing this stuff, but for the most part, I've done it for a while to where I can now detach my emotions to be like, yeah, cold hard stone. This is what I want to happen. That's what I believe is going to happen. So what happens in the immediate short term doesn't bother me at all. That's the mindset you need to have. It's a hard mindset to ascertain. Don't get me wrong, but it's the mindset you need to have. What do you think about the early missing transactions on Kaspa? Shouldn't all crypto transactions be transparent? Yeah, I heard about that. That's one of the other FUDs, if you will, also running Kaspa. I truth told you, I have really I don't really have anything to say on that front. I know about it. I've not really looked into it too much. I understand negative sentiment behind that. And it should all be transparent. It should all be transparent, but I don't understand exactly why they're not. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. People are just worried about the short term and not thinking long term enough, and they're being emotional. Don't look at the memory chart. I'll have a look at that when I can. Definitely. They are, well, seemingly they are, although apparently, again, this is people who show me my community, my free Discord server, shout out to them once more. No confirmation of it, of course, but according to the dev, the founder of Goad, and also there's some back and forth going between the Kaspa, goes to Kaspa as well. Basically, there seems to be some beef right now between Kaspa, goes to Kaspa, and Kaspi, and according to Gold's dev, he said he's somehow found information that makes Kaspi actually not be a potential rug scheme. Because apparently, even though it's fair launch, the developers actually brought up a lot of it, and apparently the centralized exchange listing they announced that's gone under NDA is actually just fake. They just said that, but it's actually not true. I'll show the announcement they made. Now again, this is just speculation because it's what he said. I have it in my server, so you can also go and check it out for yourself from there. If that's true, of course, I'd be worrying. But here, yeah, so look, our first centralized exchange listing, due to NDA, we can't talk about it. Should be the biggest one to date. And Goad basically just said in their Telegram or their server, just saying, yeah, we've done research into it, and we think that actually they're lying about this. They're actually a rug team. Now I can't say for sure. But my point being is, my point in the statement from Pygos there is that fair launch may seem good, but they aren't the be-all and end-all, because you had other projects, for example, like can't remember the name of it now. There was one that I was told about a while back. I can't remember the name of it now, but there had been I want to remember it, but I can't. Basically, there had been cases where there had been a fair launch project, zero pre-mints, but people, the developers, they can still not give any pre-mints out, but they can still just pre-mint it a lot for themselves anyways. They could just mint it up a lot for themselves. So this doesn't mean safe necessarily. It gives the semblance of being safe, but doesn't necessarily mean safe. You've got to still do your own research. Just be very, very careful, that's all. They're doing maintenance. I mean, yeah. Again, hopefully they fix it out soon, because right now they are definitely going to be that's also going to be affecting some FUD around Kaspa right now. So hopefully they do sort that out very, very soon. New app command is Mexi and Gate. All transaction history previous to May 22 are gone. I recently found out, so I'm looking into it. Yeah, please do, my man. And if you can find out any more than hot, then let us know in the community server again, because that's the best we can all learn. Mexi was Aquaman before, but now it's on one wallet. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind again, these exchanges have multiple wallets. Gate, Mexi, Uphold, Bybit, Get, KuCoin here. If you go one or two pages over, you've got Uphold again and KuCoin again. So they have multiple wallets, they definitely do. But right now, we keep Binance makes wallet in Mexi. I mean, maybe it is Binance, who knows? Maybe it is Binance. I mean, for the most part, it says Mexi wallet. If Binance make a wallet in Mexi, then maybe it's Binance. I can't say for sure. I don't have any proof for that matter. We do know that Binance has a zero fees mining pool. They have a futures contract for Kaspa. We know that Binance are currently long in Kaspa as well on the 5 minute and on the 15 minute as well. So maybe they're trying to build their accumulation more and more. And keep in mind as well, they do have a reason to want to list Kaspa. They do. So Binance will come soon, and that will be a very, very big deal for Kaspa, of course. With that being said, that's going to be it for the stream today. As always, thank you very much for joining. It has been a very good stream. Hopefully, this is some more British news coming tomorrow as well. But if you enjoyed the stream, again, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. And if you want to know about crypto and market sentiments and Kaspa, of course, then feel free to join my Discord server in the chat right now, in the description, also on my YouTube homepage. Back same time tomorrow. Same up the channel, same up the time, same up the news.